everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Mnet. Today, we will learn the 5th Tigrinya alphabet letter set. Are you ready? Let's do this. This alphabet using a simple technique to read, write, pronounce, and listen the 5th Tigrinya alphabet letter set. As a reminder, I would like to tell you that we will have a live game after we have covered another 4 Tigrinya alphabet letter sets. So stay tuned to our channel. And as another reminder, we have other videos so you can watch them, and if you do, then it'll give you a better idea of what I'm talking about in this video. Let's dive into our 5th Tigrinya alphabet letter set. We will learn this letter using this simple chart. The first part of this chart, the first row, is where the computerized version of these Tigrinya letters will be placed. Our second row is a sound row, and over here we will give the way you can pronounce these Tigrinya letters properly. Our third row is a writing row, and over here we will teach on how to write this Tigrinya letter in a simple way. Our fourth row is example row, and over here we will give an example with each of the following Tigrinya letters. Our last row is the remark row, and over here, if we have any extra information to share, this is where we would put it. Let's first begin on how to pronounce these Tigrinya letters. Before I show you on how you pronounce the first Tigrinya letter, which is this one up here, I'd like to advise for you to repeat after me each time I say the Tigrinya letter. Because if you do, then not only will you know how it sounds, but you can also pronounce the Tigrinya letter properly. Our first Tigrinya letter is the letter A. A. And you can write the letter A in English by writing A. Now some of you are saying, what is this guy doing? How do you pronounce A like A? You're right. This is not how you pronounce the letter A. But if you were to write A on your keyboard, it will make the Tigrinya letter A. So that's why we have written it as A. Okay? And so the principle applies throughout this entire letter set. So for example, for the letter U, you would write it as U. Okay? This is if you were to write U, you would get U. Okay? Our third letter is the letter E. And if you were to write I, you would get E. Our fourth letter is the letter A. And A can be written by writing A. Our fifth letter is the letter E. And you can write the letter A by writing I-E. This is how you write A. Our sixth letter is the letter I. And if you were to write E, you would get I. Our last letter is the letter O. And you can write O by writing O, O. I'll repeat each letter one more time, and again, I would suggest that you would repeat after me. Our first letter, A. A. Our second letter, U. U. Our third letter, E. E. Our fourth letter, A. A. Our fifth letter, E. E. Our sixth letter, E. E. And our last letter, O. O. Good job! You now know how to pronounce the letter set of A. If you want to better remember / memorize this Tigrinya letter set, then as usual, I would suggest that you would repeat it on your own. Our third row is the writing row. And in the writing row, as I said, I will teach you how you write the Tigrinya letter of A. So our first letter is letter A. And if you look at it really closely, it just looks like the normal English letter O, but we have to make a capital. So make a capital O, and that's how you write A. O starts from A, and so A is the base. So let's make the base, so the capital O. Let's make that one more time. And then we are going to add a nose on the side here. This is how you write O. Our third letter is the letter E. E. And you write the letter E by making another O, but this time we're going to make it lowercase, okay? So we're going to make a lowercase O, and we will make a line through here. So we'll make U, and we'll make a capital L, like this. This is how you write E. Our fourth letter is the letter A. A. And you can write the letter A by making another lowercase O, make that nose, and then unlike making a capital L like we did for E, you're going to make a lowercase L for A, like this. This is how you write A. Our fifth letter is the letter E. E. And you can write the letter E by making a lowercase O. Then you make that nose again. And then you will make a lowercase b, like this. This is how you write E. Our sixth letter is the letter I. I. And you can write the letter I by making a capital L, like that. And then you're going to make a line going up at the top, like that. That's how you write I. Now for our last letter, O. Our last letter O is, you can write it by making a lowercase o, and then you're just going to make a slanted line like that. Then you write it one more time. Make a O, you make a slanted line. This is how you write O. Good job! Not only do you know how to pronounce the letter set of A, you also know how to write it. So you can pat yourself on the back. But it doesn't end here. If you want to better know this letter set, as usual, you will have to practice it by yourself. So I suggest using a scratch piece of paper and writing this again and again, and then pronouncing it as you write it. My favorite part of this template, the examples. Alright, so our first example is going to be made up of the letter A. A. And the example we have for the letter A is Ka, Se, Kas'a. Kas'a in Tigrinya means stomach in English. Did you know that your stomach, or kas'a, is the same size as your fist?
That is, when it's empty.
Our second example is made up of the letter Ru. Ru. And the example we have for the letter Ru is Ru, F. Roof. Roof in Tigrinya means bird in English. If you were to ask me, what is your favorite type of bird? I'd honestly say it is the great horned owl. The reason that I like this bird is that not only is it powerful and fierce in the way it hunts, but in the way it flies. It's like as if it has this great motivation, that drive, and I really like that in animals, and so that's why I like the great horned owl. Do you have a favorite bird? If so, make sure to share in the comment section. Our third example is made up of the letter E. E. An example we have for the letter E is Ila. Ila. Ila in Tigrinya means well in English. For those of you who do not know, in Eritrea, if you live far from the city, you do not use tap water. You have to go to a well to get the water that you need for the day. And so for those of us who are living in the West, let us not take the tap water for granted. Our fourth letter is the letter A. A. And the example we have for the letter A is A, me. Atmi. Atmi in Tigrinya means bone in English. Here's another fun fact. The average human body has about 206 bones. Isn't that a lot of bones? Let's go to our fifth example. Our fifth example is going to be made up of the letter E. E. And you can write the example we have for the letter E, my bad, is Re, Si, Resi, E. Resi'e. Resi'e in Tigrinya means I forgot in English. And so if you wanted to say I forgot my backpack, you would say Borsai Resi'e. Our sixth example is made up of the letter E. E. And the example we have for the letter E is little laggy. Idil. Idil in Tigrinya means chance or opportunity in English. It's not only a word, but it's also a name in Eritrea and Ethiopia. If you wanted to use idil in a sentence, you could say idil enta رغيبة ناب university خير دلت علني. idil enta رغيبة ناب university خير دلت علني. And to translate, this means if I get a chance or opportunity, I have a desire to go to university. Our last example is from the letter O. O. And the example we have for the letter O is, okay, it's a pretty long one, so you're gonna have to hang on for me, okay? Eh, ne, k, r, o. Oops. O, b. Inqira'ub. Inqira'ub in Tigrinya means frog in English. I remember when I used to live in Eritrea, there used to be a lot of frogs near my home, and so I see them regularly. It's now time for our remark. Sadly, for this video, we don't have any extra information to share, but as usual, we would love to hear from you guys if you do have any extra information that we could share about the letter set of A. This means that we are going to dash this letter set out. If you found this video helpful, useful, informational, or in general a good video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so that you never miss a single of our new videos. Bye for now, and I'll see you next time.